What's up, team? Today I want to have a quick chat about scalping. I know we always hear the same things, or at least I do. Scalping doesn't work, the risk reward doesn't make sense, and the fees get way too high. I don't disagree about the fee part, but it depends how you structure these things. For example, I typically look for counter trend. And because I look for counter trend, I can be wrong quite a few times before the actual move comes. But for me, the way that I manage my position sizing, I typically will take base hits the whole way down, say if I'm looking for a long. And even if I'm wrong or early on the move, I'm usually green on the day. Even if my fees offset that green, say, I would rather see that P&L green in preparation and waiting for that real move than as if I was taking a bunch of paper cuts. Even though if when the move came, you sized and counteracted your paper cuts, fine, I get that. But that's not my way. I know my brain, and seeing red automatically puts me in a wrong mindset. So that being said, there's times I envy trend traders because of those huge wins they have. But truth is every time I've ever gotten smoked, it's always trying to catch that huge win. If I stay in my lane and I scalp moves, I'm profitable. That being said, even though I identify as a scalper, I don't want to be thrown into one basket. It's not like I can't catch larger moves. But throughout the day, putting together these small wins, even on a almost a no trade day for most traders, I'll still have green. Maybe it's small, but it's something. It feels like I didn't waste the day. I know you're supposed to realize that no trade's the best trade. For a lot of people, that's true. I'm I agree on certain days, absolutely. But in general, I show up every day for the markets. This is my full-time job. I love to do something. And for me, my style and the way that I trade rarely gets me into trouble unless it's low volume, and I know that. I know how to identify those days and stay out of them. But in general, showing up even for some small wins is it's good for morale. It's good for feeling productive in the day. And you just have to manage yourself, obviously, but that can really change everything. Like, I get multiple payouts. Some days are small, some days are big. When I see my setup, I know when to go for it. But in general, day after day chipping, especially with prop firms, with the trailing drawdown, scalping's your best friend. Also, another concept I wanted to talk about with scalping is it's not like you just have to catch, oh, I took 2 points on a 30-point move and it's over. How often do you see these things retrace? You enter, it runs up, say touches VWAP, whatever your means of targeting can be, you'll touch, or at least you'll have a nice bounce from a long point of view, and then it'll retrace. So for me, I don't just let it run, have it retrace, and I'm done because I took a 2 point scalp. I will scalp that out. I'll scale out on the way up, and when it retraces, I'm coming back in, respecting my levels that I picked prior, obviously. But once that happens, I can profit from the next leg of the move. So even though maybe I took a 2 point scalp, I might do that 3 or 4 times. So now we're 6 to 10 points. That's not a bad win depending on your sizing. And for me, I find it very little risk because I'm only re-entering when I'm that much closer to my level again. I'm not chasing up or scaling up and moving my average up and putting myself at more risk. So for me, that makes sense. I think it's one of the best strategies there is. I know that some of the world's best traders are scalpers, whether anybody likes to admit it or not. And that term is relative. Obviously, people aren't getting rich on 1 point at a time. But I think that process of in and out and building a position or scaling around a position is a massive advantage, not only for your P&L, but also for your mental stability in trading and keeping yourself sharp throughout the day. Okay, well, I hope this has been helpful. This is my first attempt at talking completely off the cuff, so it was rambly and I'm going to edit it, but I hope it's a start. I hope it's a start to actually relate to you guys and we can move forward trying to build something like a real relationship. Maybe, I have a lot of information I want to share and hopefully you see real value in it, and I look forward to sharing more with you. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.